rocks much better than a regular shovel. It's just a wonderful, genius design. So customer top rated. We are down to a clearance price on this. I'm not sure why that is. I think we may be bringing in more next year, I hope. But what our quantity is right now with this particular item number is all that we have. And so we have a really nice price reduction for you. The retail price on this is always $52. If you go to a garden show or you see these sold other places, that's typically what you would expect to pay. Our price today is down to $36 and change, and 3 payments of $12.17 for you today. It's top rated. It's now 30% off. If you would like to get another one, or if you want to get one for somebody else, grab it today at this price. We have only 2 colors left. We have the lime green and then a limited quantity of the yellow one, if you want that, and then that's it. Okay, so what's the story?
Okay, so this was invented by an 82-year-old man who has since had 2 hip and 2 knee replacements. But before that, he loves gardening, still loves gardening, but wanted to make it a lot easier for us to do our transplanting of our hostas, giving a healthy cut to our transplanted plants, and cutting through that rocky soil. And let me show you the difference between the two, because a lot of us have this one in our garden, in our garage, and I have this one as well, but I've moved it to the back of my garage and have this one more as my everyday sort of thing. If you want to move dirt, great for this one. If you want to cut through and move your fibrous plants or rocky soil, this is the one that you're going to want to use. And I'm going to show you why it works so well and how it works so well. So here we have a simulated root system that I have with rope going back and forth. I'm going to put my weight on this.
That's a typical shovel.
That's your regular shovel, right? And that's the reason why this isn't working, is because it's dispersing all of that weight through a wider space versus using the spearhead shovel, which is concentrating all of your weight on a single tip, thereby multiplying your digging forces. So it doesn't matter if you're a smaller person. It doesn't matter if you have any weight. I'm not even using the weight of my body to cut through those rooted plants. And if you have rocky soil, that's another thing that I really love, because what it does is it finds that path of least resistance. It cuts through and it gets underneath and glides off of those rocks and gets underneath those plants or underneath those rocks to be able to move them out of the way.
This is also great if you're trying to plant something around the heavy big tree roots.
Yes, that's right.
I mean, other than getting a saw out there, which is a lot of work, you can just dig around the roots and plant your little plants in there, or grass seed or whatever. It really cuts around the rocks. Again, you still need a regular shovel for scooping dirt or moving piles of things from place to place. But if you are digging into something or cutting into something, there is no replacement for this spearhead shovel.
So true. And it actually won the Best of the Best in 2018 awards for best tool used in the garden. And that's not anything that you pay anybody to get. That's an award that is won by customer reviews.
You can't buy that.
You can't buy that. And it has 2 patents, one for utility, one for design. There is a reason why so many people recommend this shovel to your next door neighbor, to your friends, to your family, because it works. It's beveled from tip to toe, and it's made out of that super hard metal that gets sharpened every time that you use it. There's an oversized footrest. There you can see that beveled. There's an oversized footrest too, which means that if you happen to go out like I do sometimes in flip-flops, then you don't have to worry about it hurting your foot.
This also wasn't this the newer design this year?
Is the newer
this has
design.
The longer neck.
Yep, this is a triple reinforced where you need it. I have myself, I love to garden. I have broken a shovel in this spot because the shovel that I was using a long time ago wasn't triple reinforced, and it didn't have those 2 rivets like this does. And if you also have that weed block that a lot of us have in our garden. This makes it super easy. I actually have 2-ply of weed block right here, and I don't have to get down and use like a little hand tool. All I do is, if I'm planting my bulbs, I just make a little X like this. I'm standing up and plopping them up, plop them down.
Open your bags of peat moss and mulch and all of that just by cutting it with this. It's like having this sharp tip. You don't now need to get scissors or a knife. And also, these lips right here make it so easy to stomp on with your foot. I can even use like a pair of Vionic flip-flops with this if I wanted to.
I've totally done that too.
Yep. My feet. I usually am wearing my sloggers, but you can see this point cuts through roots, gets to the taproot, moves rocks around, and then you stand here with your weight. Also, this is an easy grip handle. It's not heavy. It's not a heavy tool, but it's really durable and strong.
It is. It's what we like to call, and what Julian calls, the ultimate empowerment tool, because you're able to do the jobs that you would maybe otherwise have to call somebody to get in to do, because versus the other shovel that I showed you where it's dispersing your weight, this is concentrating all of your digging forces on that single tip and giving your roots a healthy cut for regrowth.
Now, hopefully
that's what you want.
We're far away from doing this, but what I have used this for the last 2 winters is chopping through sheets of ice on my sidewalk and driveway.
Oh, yes, you could certainly do that, right?
Sometimes when it's just that really thick ice that your salt won't go through, slush has refrozen, that type of thing. Seriously, with this pointy edge, chop, 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 and it does not hurt the tool. It cuts through the ice, and then you can just scoop big chunks of ice off of your sidewalk or your driveway. So, I mean, I use this year-round. It's in my top 3.
Yes.
You know me as your garden host here. I highly recommend this.
Me too.
Especially today at a price reduction like this, which I have not seen before. It's $36.52. So if you've been thinking about getting one, today is a great day to order one. You also get 3 easy payments of $12 and change today only. That will go away at the end of the day. So choose the yellow or the green lime and get yourself a spearhead shovel. You will love it. Ginger, thanks for coming in today, honey.
Thank you, sweet.
Okay. So we have something new from Bernini Fountains in the show. This is the Piccolo. It's a smaller than ever, self-contained